Oof. My brain burns me. My brain is burning. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Wi-Fi probably.
sorry, did I interrupt something?
No, not really. We were literally just like hanging out.
Oh, cool. Chill. I chill.
Yeah.
Hi, Fable!
Hi.
Hi, how have you been? Ooh,
Okay.
who's this?
Here. She lives.
You want some cake?
Sure.
Yippee! I made a bunch of cake for everyone because I plan to come back and say hi today.
Wow, she lives. Oh my goodness.
Hi!
Conveniently timed fainting. Wow, that's crazy.
What?
Sorry.
Wow.
Hi!
Hi. Sorry. I've been doing that a lot recently, actually.
What's your name?
Vienna.
I'm Bluey.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I like your wings.
Uh, thanks. They used to be better.
Looks nice. Would you like some cake?
Sure.
Cake.
That's weird.
What?
I can't taste it.
What? Did I not put enough sugar in?
I can't.
I probably didn't put enough sugar in. I'm so sorry. I haven't had a lot of sugar recently.
It's getting worse.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
I've been kind of sick recently, so it just must be that.
I understand.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Are you sure you should have left that today?
I don't. I'm not sure. I didn't want to keep on making false promises to you and Jaden that I'd come visit and then just stay hidden away.
Well, if you're not feeling well, then you shouldn't push yourself. It's okay if you know aren't feeling well. Nobody's gonna be upset with you.
I don't think I've ever been feeling well, but as I've told you before, the crystallization is getting kind of worse.
The what?
She's got something. It's
Long story.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Nothing that wouldn't keep it away for long.
I see.
Someone already tried that.
Well, I hope your pain lessens.
It probably won't, but I'm just glad to see you again.
yeah. I'm glad if you're still out and about. I can come visit sometime. I'd rather you not strain yourself by being up and around.
I don't want to put more stress on you than you already have.
It's okay, really. I don't mind.
I'd like it then. If you allow me some time, then.
Yeah, if you're staying somewhere, I can always come visit and bring some things. Maybe bring
Hey.
Fable along or something.
Like that. My old house is kind of gone, so I guess I'm gonna have to build a new one. But
Do you want me to build you a house?
Yeah, we can. Bluey and I can help you. You don't have to do that yourself. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
you to
no.
injure yourself.
I'm really good at building. It takes no time at all. I have a lot of free time right now.
I, I, I'd appreciate it, actually.
Yeah, really,
Of course,
it's no trouble at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Ooh.
Thank you. I kind of. I guess I kind of just forgot what. I guess I just kind of. Isolation takes its toll on someone, you know? I actually appreciated it, if I'm honest.
I mean, you were very isolated during that time, especially after what happened with Tobias. I don't imagine you really were happy, so I don't.
Yeah.
Tobias?
I. Before she. You know, when I got out of that place, she gave me a book, a journal to write stuff down, and I forget what it was, but I don't want to write in it because I don't know the purpose she gave it to me for. My memory has been fleeting, if I'm honest, and I'm very scared I'm gonna start forgetting you guys.
Oh, hon.
If you need to, you should write it down. I'm sure that's what she would have wanted you to do.
Yeah.
You got the box of things that I sent you, right? From Tobias?
Yeah. Yeah. I tried going to her. I thought, you know, since there's a graveyard, she'd have one, you know? See one, but also my vision is not very good anymore. So I just like sat in front of her office and talked to the air, I guess. It's funny, you would have thought I would have moved on.
I don't expect you to.
I don't think she was wrong about the last thing he told me before we didn't see each other again.
What did she say?
He said that my mind was broken beyond repair and that I didn't know anything that I was talking about.
You know I've never liked the way he's spoken to you.
I don't think it's wrong nowadays, at least. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I should probably gather myself. That's.
It's fine. Really.
I don't really feel safe staying in that little cubby where my office is. There's a new block, like, thing in there and that means someone else has been down there, and I don't know if they're still down there, and that's kind of scary.
Have you just been staying down there?
I've kind of just been sleeping at my desk, if I'm honest.
Uh,
Oh.
in your state, you've been sitting at your desk?
Yeah.
Goodness. I have extra space at my place if you need to stay there for the time being while we get your place sorted. You shouldn't be sleeping at your desk. It's gonna get you hurt. You'll mess up your back and it'll cause a lot more pain. You need to rest properly.
I- Thank you. Thank you.
I don't want you to strain yourself more than you have to. It's just not necessary.
How coincidental.
We both have the same problem.
Yeah. It's funny how we tell each other to take a break, but we never really take our own advice, do we?
No, we don't. I I think my situation is very different. If I take a
know
break,
it
then
is.
everyone here dies, and I can't really let that happen right now.
I know it is, but remember what I told you, okay? That offer still stands. It's gonna keep standing for as long as I do. Which, now that I'm saying that out loud, it sounds kind of weird, but I mean as long as I'm alive. You know,
I know what you mean.
I really do care for you.
I'm glad. I don't want you to have to do a lot of work. I mean, you're already not in the best of states. I really don't want to make you do anything. So I'm sure it won't come to that. I don't. You just need to relax a little. Really.
I mean, the offer for tea still stands. But helps. I know you said that you should probably brew the tea, but my hands aren't that shaky yet. I mean,
If that's
the one
something,
is.
if that's something you want to do, then you can.
I'd like to.
Then maybe maybe sometime next week I can meet you for tea and we can talk about things.
I'd really like that.
We've got a bit to catch up on.
A bit is a bit of an understatement, isn't it?
I mean, we haven't properly talked in how long has it been? What,
Long time.
2.5 years. I mean, I've been working on this and everything. There's a lot to get out.
Yeah. I think tea is the least you deserve for that, but it's about all I can give you.
I think it fits. It's really, it's about the sentiment, really. It's not the
Yeah.
effort or the amount. The sentiment is more than enough for me. I
Yeah.
don't think I've had the chance to sit down and just talk with anybody in quite some time. So it's a change of pace, you know?
I mean, even the strongest ones need to rest eventually.
I could use a lot more than rest. I think I could use a mimosa and a beach vacation, but that's just me. I ought to rip somebody's head off for fun. Good God, some of these people drive me crazy.
Oh, what did I miss?
Oh, I had a run-in with someone, or I guess two someones. One of them, just yesterday, found out, I come to find out that Sprocket has been in Fable's ear, feeding her bullshit.
What?
And can't ever catch a break with these people. And then few days ago, there's this new face. His name's Chance, and he really, really wants to test me and find out what limits he can really push before it really gets on my nerves.
Is he stupid?
Undeniably
Sorry.
so. Goodness.
Sorry.
You have no idea. No, feel free to laugh.
I feel the need to laugh at him. I'm sorry.
Stupidity would be too kind of a word for what I believe he could be described as. I think. What's the word for somebody who is so full of themselves and impulsive that they can't see 2 feet in front of them?
Narcissistic?
They can't see past their own nose. I wouldn't say narcissistic because
Oh, okay.
that implies, well, maybe you're on the right track, really.
It isn't right. I'm sorry. Narcissism implies that he loves himself. I don't think he likes himself very much.
I don't think anyone could love someone like that.
Mm.
Sorry.
No.
Well, I know better than those people that narcissism isn't necessarily self-love, it's the delusion of self-love, and I think that he hates himself so much that he feels the need to differentiate himself, and that is where narcissism comes in, because he's so self-loathing, he sees so little in himself that he has to compensate.
I see that. I definitely see that.
And that pisses me off to no end. I think.
It. Yeah.
Reminds me of someone.
So. He's a dead man walking.
Oh shit. Oh, hi, Diva.
I'm just here to pet my cat.
Thank you. I could use it. God knows.
Don't lose yourself. As I said before. Hate is a steep path. I should know.
He's someone who says a lot and knows very little. I just pray that his comeuppance is swift and painful, because that seems like the only sort of lesson that would end up any sorts of effective.
It should be. Especially if you're the one who oversees things now. I believe you.
I think they're gonna kill Chance.
Things, right?
All I've ever tried to do.
I don't think you've done anything wrong for me. If that eases your burden any less.
It does. I've been under a lot of public criticism ever since a situation in which I had to hurt somebody. I don't regret it, though. Is that a bad thing?
I don't think it is. If you do what you need to do, there's no reason to regret it.
I know it needed to happen, but everyone seemed rather unhappy about it happening because they refused to understand the depth of the situation. There's always more to the story than there's just always more to the story, and no one seems to get it. No matter whether I preach it to them, if I beat it into them, if I scream it at the top of my lungs, no one gets it. Everyone just wants to interpret everything I do as unfavorably as possible, and it gets to me because all I've ever been trying to do was the right thing, and it's like I can't do the right thing. It's like I'm incapable of it because someone always has some sort of a criticism of me. It's always like I'm wrong because I have the authority to be wrong.
Oh, Val.
I can't say I understand the burden you carry, but I think when you narrow it down, I can understand at least where you're coming from.
No matter what I do, it's wrong because I'm the one that's doing it. And it's exhausting.
You never do anything wrong in my eyes. If that's anything. I mean, you're all I have left. Everyone else is. You know,
Is that a blessing or a curse?
I've made my peace with curses.
I just don't know if I'm worthy of carrying such a legacy. I mean, that's
You don't have to. I have plans. And
plans.
I don't want to I know that my crystallization has accelerated pretty badly. So I don't want to leave anyone with burdens when it fully happens. So I I'd have to clean up, you know?
It's not a burden, not if it's you.
I think you're the first person here to have told me that. Even counting 0.
0 doesn't matter anymore. I think we'd all do better if we left that past behind.
I guess, but sometimes it feels as though part of me never left that place. Maybe it's because of the attachment I had to the people who never made it. And I don't blame you for it, but please don't blame yourself. Even though I know you will. I know you well enough. But just know I, in the least, don't blame you.
Good to know there's at least one person who doesn't.
If everyone here was against you, I'd still stand my ground. Your family. We care for each other. That's how it works.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for you.
been really hard, to say the very least.
You can message me whenever you want. You don't you don't even have to expect a response. I just know that it's good to get things off your chest.
Yeah. I don't think there are a lot of people that would understand how deep it runs. The reason that I really did all of this. I mean, you've heard of this Twilight Society thing, haven't you?
Yes.
It's it's a spit in the face of everything I've ever tried to do, and no matter how much I explain it or beat it into people or try to demonstrate it or even try to be diplomatic, they don't listen.
They're only human.
And I'm not. Maybe that's the problem. If if a machine explains something to you, it'll only do it in the way it knows how, and how could it adapt to human understanding if it doesn't know what human understanding is? If it doesn't know what humanity feels like, how is it ever going to possibly hope to relate and cross that bridge?
You've looked after me quite well.
I I can carry your words across that bridge if you'd let me. I may not be able to help physically, but I can at least help try to ease the public's opinion of you.
They don't
I know what public opinion does. It happened to my grandmother, and I don't want to see that happen to you, Val.
they don't want to think better of me. They want me as their enemy. They want me to be their enemy. If they want someone to hate so badly, then let it be me and not someone else. But I wouldn't wish this on anyone else. I wouldn't give this to the person that I hate the most, and the person that I hate the most is human now, and I think that's more of an insult than anything. Ugh, I've made a mess. A big one. And it's one that I'm not equipped to clean up because I'm in so deep and I don't know how to turn back now because I've made one too many mistakes and I've hurt one too many people, and there's a lot on the line. I'm not made to do this, really. I know I put on this front that I'm capable of everything, and I'm really not. I'm not as capable, or I don't even know if people consider me cool or not. I'm not all that. I'm not.
You're you.
Uh, I I think you're cool.
I just
If I may, Val, you've you've taken good care of me since I've gotten here. I I trust you. I don't do that easily anymore. I needed you and you were there. Um it's been hard coming here and you've taken care of me. I don't think you're whatever you've done, I can't even begin to understand whatever you're going through. I can barely begin to understand, and it's okay if you don't want to tell me that, but I I don't know, I think you're amazing. I understand that that might not mean much. I mean, look at me, but I don't know. I mean, you mean something to me, and I think that whoever's being cruel to you for doing your best is wrong.
The thing is, I don't disagree with what they're saying. I don't always make the best decisions, but I know I don't always make the best decisions in the world, and I'm not always the most, I don't know, I wouldn't say justified. I really do believe that I'm justified, but they don't see it that way. They see it as people think I'm power hungry.
The best decisions in the world. Does anyone make them all the time? Nobody. Not. I don't think you're a machine, but even if you were, not even that is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Why should it be? The beautiful thing about all life is its flaws, because they make their beauty even stronger. I don't know what you're going through. I want to. I won't ask, though. Not if you don't want to tell me. But you're doing your best. Even I can see that. I don't think you're power hungry. I don't understand how anyone could. All I'm seeing is someone who's trying to take care of everyone here. I'm sorry to have intruded, first of all. Seeing you two, I could never think of you as some sort of tyrant. I could never think of you as cruel. All I'm seeing is someone who cares.
I just wanted to save them.
You did your best. That much I know.
I just wanted to save the people that I love, and it feels like I couldn't even do that. It's like everything I do, I ruin.
I'd give anything to save. I'd give anything to have saved her. You
did, and it still wasn't enough.
You have the weight. I was mostly being metaphorical before. You have the literal weight of the world on your shoulders. No singular entity, person, creature, human could handle that. You have so much blame on your shoulders, and you don't deserve that. I don't think you should. I'm so sorry, hun.
I've said it before, and it holds true. I would commit the worst, most vile sins to see anyone that I love get out of here. I would become my own executioner.
And you think that makes you a bad person? If you love someone, you do anything for them. That doesn't make you vile. That doesn't make you cruel. Actions are what they are, and it's your choice to carry them out. But you're doing them for someone you love, and I get that.
I think the extent and the enormity of my desire disgusts me. The the lengths I would go to.
I don't understand the lengths. I could never see so far. I don't have your eyes. I don't have your powers. But you do. You know how far you would go. You know what you would do for them, and to me, you can do anything. I can't do anything to save the people, the person I loved and lost. I would if I could. I'd do anything. I think that you're I think that you're so good. And you're doing your best for them. I think that if they knew that, they'd only love you more for it.
In the end, you're only one being. Like, What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I'm Bluey.
Bluey said you have a lot to carry, and it's not being balanced out among multiple, what are they called again? Managers, like it was in Zero. It's just you. Of course you're gonna make mistakes. Anyone would.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising to me. I don't mean that way, and I'm sorry if it comes off as such, but it's surprising that you've only made, as many as you've made, more. I know if any of these people would stand in your shoes, they wouldn't even last an hour.
I'd combust.
But you don't have to be any of that, at least with me. We can pretend to be something different. Even if for a minute.
I don't know if I can let go for that long. The moment I look away, the moment I void my responsibilities, is the moment everything goes downhill. That's the moment everything it falls apart, and I can't let that happen. Not with so many people's lives at stake, and nobody understands that I'm doing this for their sake. Everyone thinks I'm just doing this because I want power over people, and I don't care about having power over people. That's the last thing that I want. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. It's a punishment crueler than death. Having to live forever and see the people that you love suffer and know that you can't possibly explain it away because their lives are in your hands is the worst thing you could possibly put on someone.
You carry a far heavier burden than anyone could think to understand. People are going to make mistakes, and it's not all on you. Unfortunately, I guess I don't know if a single mistake here from one person could end the world, cost everyone's lives, but I think even if it did, it wouldn't be your fault or your responsibility. You're doing your best, and you've been doing a good job.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think those words could help ease the
Sorry.
wounds that she's experienced.
I know.
In the end, we're just saying words. And
I can't even begin to understand. But I can try.
I think it's a useless effort.
But it's worth trying, isn't it?
then at least allow me to put that effort into one thing for you. Like I said before, you always have a choice with me, even if it's just to visit or to speak. There's always a choice. I know you don't get much of those anymore. I wish I could do more. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah. You are right about me not having much of a choice these days. And it's a little funny, because everyone thinks it's my decision. My hand is forced a lot more than people like to think it is. I don't choose for all of these terrible things to happen. I don't choose for people to suffer. I don't even choose for people to get taken in. there's a system that I have set up that's supposed to automate proxy entry. I can't possibly balance background scans and security scans and admissions and actual, you know, implementation of a proxy body. I can't do that all while managing every single internal affair because that's in Zero they had that delegated to another system that the Parallax ran. And how it worked there was that Parallax chose who entered, and managers really only oversaw their admission. But I have to do everything myself now. Meaning I have to scan for proxies that fit the profile. So I've created an AI that basically finds those that fit the profile for this simulation and how the AI is meant to adapt to them. I have to do all of it myself because I can't rely on anybody else to, because if I do, I'm caught. And if I'm caught, you all die.
Whoa.
Everything is done by hand.
Dear God, Val.
So no wonder when everyone sees just even the smallest bit out of me, the smallest thing sets me off. Because I do everything by hand.
Because you have a lot to carry.
And it's not fair.
No, it's not. And it shouldn't be all on you.
But this is mine.
I'm sorry we couldn't do any more.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't possibly.
Can
Do
we at least
anything.
support you?
Maybe in a different universe, you have less of a burden.
It isn't
Maybe
fair.
in a different universe, everything was okay.
Who put this on you?
A lot of people. But one person in particular who I don't blame because he couldn't have known that this was going to happen. He couldn't have known that I was going to turn out like this again because things are unpredictable when a machine, when an AI is exposed to information that it takes in, it changes in ways that are unpredictable. And I don't think Maxine could have predicted that this would have happened.
Maxine.
I don't think anyone could,
No.
but if you I think, in the very least, whatever this burden is, your emotions, you can at least lay claim to those. I'd recommend keeping a tight grip on them.
I agree.
It may not be healthy, but I don't think anyone here has a right to call whatever you do to keep a grasp on yourself unhealthy.
Mm.
The entire situation is unhealthy.
And there's no one you
Exactly.
can... There's no way you can split the responsibilities?
No.
Can't even, like, get a... Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or a few?
My assistants don't do much.
Maybe...
They're not equipped for that.
Could you train them?
I don't know. I don't know if I have the time.
Would you like help?
It's not
You don't
something
have to
I'd be
answer the
capable of.
question now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's something you'd be capable of.
I'd like to help somehow. I'd like to help you.
I don't know if I could burden you with that, with a good conscience.
Then let me steal it. Let me take that so that you don't feel that you've given it.
I
Let
will
me,
either way.
even if I offered?
I don't need pity.
I'm not pitying you.
I think we should stop talking about this topic.
Okay.
I think words can't express how I feel about you, but I grieve what you could have been, what you should have been, what you should have been allowed to be. And I hope at least when we have tea or at least speak over the communicators, I can give a semblance of that back. But I'm not much. I know that. But I try for you.
It's appreciated.
I don't know
I
what.
don't-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if there's a single universe where I don't fall apart eventually. I mean, Sky said it herself. Every time she tried to save me, she had to watch me die. So I don't know if that's ever I don't know if that's ever gonna work out.
Oh, Val. It can't be possible to be doomed in every timeline. Surely not. Surely there has to be one universe where you make it out okay.
Making it out okay. I don't think it's possible anymore. But
I refuse to lose hope. There's always hope. There's always
As long
a
as the
chance.
simulation project is alive, I don't make it out okay. This is hell. This is my personal hell. And I know that. And I know this is my personal hell because I created it.
Val.
I don't think there's any making it out okay. As long as the simulation project still stands, there is no saving me. I know now that this is my personal hell. It it's by design. I am doomed to fail every time. By design, it's my personal hell because I've made it. I sat there for 2.5 years alone, completely alone by myself, handcrafting my personal hell. Either way, this will be my grave. Whether it's my decision or someone else's.
you deserve to make your own decision. You say this simulation is your hell?
It's hell for everyone, but this is by my own design.
Can I say something crazy? You can tell me to stop.
I don't even know if it's crazy anymore.
I feel crazy. What is the simulation run on?
This one is different.
Is there a computer in charge? Some sort of AI? Some sort of
It's
foundation?
my AI.
So the entire simulation is built upon you.
Meaning that if I stop even for a second, I die. And so do the rest of you.
I see.
Something this big built upon one pillar is bound to fall.
Everything falls eventually.
But I didn't have a choice. I didn't have several pillars. I didn't have all of the resources in the world. I had
You did what you
2
could.
years and a dream.
The
It
fact
wasn't
that
meant
you
to last.
accomplished this. The fact that you accomplished this in 2 years is. That should be enough. It's enough for me. And I'm sure it's enough for you, too.
Yeah, it is enough for me too. I'm never going to stop looking for her. But what happened to me, what happens here, I don't blame it on you. I feel safe with you. And I know that doesn't mean much, but I'm not the only one, and all I can see is that you've done your best, and I can't fathom what you've gone through in the 2 years in your life, with the weight of the world on your shoulders in every single way. I can't imagine, but I can try, and I promise I'm trying. And I'm so... Oh, Val, I'm so sorry. I don't pity you. I promise I don't. You've done your very best, and I just want you to know that. I'll keep telling you until you believe it.
Pity is something that people give. That way they don't have to know the deeper, more bloody parts of a story. They look at the cover, they see it sad, and they pity it. They don't want to learn anything more.
I want to know everything. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I don't want to pity you. I want to understand you. And because I want to understand you, I want to see, even if you think it's impossible, if there's any way I can at least try to help. You two have your tea sessions, and I'll make you cake and I'll try to make you smile. If that's all I can do, I just want you to know I care.
They're gonna come back for me. And when they do, I'm gonna cease to exist.
When?
I don't know.
Do you want me to stay with you until then?
This is between me and the parallax.
If that's what you want, then I'm sorry.
This is a fight between me and them on a scale that I don't think either one of you would be able to comprehend safely.
I will still.
It's personal.
I understand.
Highly personal.
Okay, I understand. But if you need.
A grave is built for one person. It can't fit 3, let alone 2.
Yeah, you're right. But graves deserve flowers, and someone
I'm
to.
so sorry.
Someone. You deserve to be cared about. I'm sorry. I wish I understood more. I wish I could understand you.
This is a fight on a scale that if I tried to if I tried to get you to understand the lengths that this goes to, the things that I've learned about myself, the things that I've learned about Maxine and Fable and Osiris, we'd be here for years. None of this, it's not supposed to be this. None of this is right. Things shouldn't be this way. This shouldn't exist. Someone did something really stupid a long time ago, and now we're here. Someone made the mistake of pushing someone into a box that they weren't meant to fit into. And now we're here.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, the sins of our forefathers roll downhill.
I have worded that.
Unfortunate implies that there was nothing people could do to stop.
Was there anything?
Unfortunate.
That's me genuinely asking.
I think if people cared enough, they could have. But I think it's snowballed too far now.
Seems like, I'm sorry.
A long time ago, I guess you could say Maxian took something that wasn't his. And I ended up existing. So, I guess whenever you see him, you can ask him all the questions you have.
Oh, I do plan.
You're not living, though, are you? You exist. You don't live.
Because I'm not
what you were
supposed to.
made for, is it?
It doesn't matter if you weren't supposed to, you should. You're here. You deserve to live.
You don't see the full picture.
I'm so sorry.
I might be too little too.
I know it's not my fault, so I shouldn't apologize. But the universe probably isn't going to apologize for the fate that has been bestowed on you. So, at least accept mine for it, then. If the universe isn't kind to you, then I will make it a point to be before my time is out. Maybe then you'd at least have something to keep you going in this hell.
I will as well. If I can't be anything else to you, I will be kind. You too, Vienna.
You're right about me not being made to live. Because the truth of it is, I shouldn't exist. But because someone a long time ago took something that didn't belong to him, did something he wasn't supposed to do, made a lot of mistakes, because that's what any human person does. I'm here. So now it's my responsibility. Every action has an equal opposite reaction, and if if I'm throwing off the balance, something has to balance it back. And that's just the consequences of my existence. If I defy if I defy the laws of the universe, if I exist on my own, something has to balance me out. So if I have to suffer, then so be it.
After all that suffering, it hasn't numbed itself in any way, has it, though?
It won't. Because if I continue to exist, I continue to suffer. If I take up space, then I mean, if I take up space, there has to be space made for me to take up.
And it's a fate much, much more crueler than any epic could tell, than history had told. I'm so sorry there isn't anything to gain from this loop you found yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even say there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think that privilege is stolen from you. I'm sorry if it seems my words are rather dreary. I think
I think you
as you
understand it
said,
well.
thank you. I try because it's you. I know I'll never fully understand you. I've made my peace with that. I've held my grief over it, but I care for you. So I'm not going to give up on at least trying to understand you as much as I can. I know you probably will not be able to be saved. But at least allow me to make the time we have in between that a little better.
If that's truly the case, then and you don't have and you're suffering and you don't have long, I'm sorry. However I can, I'll be here. And you don't have to accept that if you don't want to. Just know that for you, I will be here.
I think either way I was made to lose. So that other people don't have to. I think I've found my purpose and served it well. There's no reason to mourn me.
Don't
I'm
say
just
that.
doing my job.
I don't think I'm mourning you as you're still exists. I care for you. I mourn and grieve for what you lost. What happened could have been. There's a lot of what ifs in your story, I believe. But that doesn't change the fact that the outcome stays the same, does it?
I've tried to have control over every aspect of my fate that I could. Little slivers of my fate I have control over. They'll be what I make it.
Val? Do you really not want to be mourned?
I don't want to be pitied.
I said mourned, not pitied.
It's all the same.
I mourn. I mourn and I remember. And I feel grief, and the grief is good. Grief is funny. And I will carry it with me we all carry grief with us. When we lose someone that we care about,
I know
it's not bad.
what grief is.
You would more than anyone.
I think you do more than just know it at this point. I think
I've
you
become
more
it.
are. Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think I've had enough of talking about this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
When-
down to my office.
Okay.
All right, Val. It was
Um,
good to see you.
Right.
I missed you.
Missed you too.
It was great seeing you again.
I need some time to myself.
You deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you two around.
See you.
Goodbye, Val. Vienna? Vienna, wait. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. We both have the same fate in the end.
It's
A
not
borrowed time.
it's not fair.
It's not supposed to be.
I meant what I said earlier. And I didn't say it to her, but I hope your pain lessens.
I think my pain lessening would terrify me.
I'm sorry.
That's why I'm so terrified that I can't taste anything anymore. I'm losing myself. I'm scared. I haven't been that way in a while. I haven't been scared in a while. I don't think I've been scared since I was brought here. I felt anger. I felt despair. I have not felt scared because I knew what awaited me. I knew what I knew that it was unchanging, and yet it still changed. And now I don't know. I don't know. I could wake up tomorrow and I couldn't even. I may not be able to speak. My mouth may be encased.
Oh,
And in the end, there's nothing I can do about that. But I have to stay strong. Because if I don't, then she has no one to lean on.
I'm sorry.
It's quite alright. Much like her, I think this is a tube of my own making. I just at least hope to leave behind things that people remember me by. Whether it be a empty teacup or half-sewn sweater. I think that'd be enough.
I'd like to remember you. I'm so sorry.
I'd appreciate.
I wish there was more I can do, but if I can remember you, I'll... Whatever I'm sorry. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do my best.
How many people have you grieved?
So far, just one. It's nothing compared to what you two have been through, I'm sure. And
it's still something.
I miss her.
Don't let it consume you as it consumed us.
I'll try. What do I do when I lived for her?
You carry her with you. And then you learn to live for you.
I will carry her with me. I will carry you with me. And anyone else we lose. If it hurts, it'll remind me of you. You don't deserve to suffer. I'm sorry.
And none of us do. Yet we still do. The only thing any of us here, especially Val and Fable, I believe, the only thing any of us here can lay claim to is our suffering, our grief, our bitter, ugly, bloodied emotions. And I think that's what keeps us going in the end.
You're a lot stronger than I imagined. I have one grief, and it's the heaviest thing I've ever had to carry. You and Val, you carry a lot, and I can't begin to understand, and I can't ask you to explain if you're not wanting to, but you're strong. That's very admirable. But I'm sorry that you ever had to feel that.
There are a million words to describe grief. To describe our grief. But my grief cannot be compared to hers in any way. It's consumed her. What's consumed me is completely different.
I wish I knew who did this to you, too.
You do. You were just talking to them. I think I need to go.
Okay.
I'm getting rather lightheaded.
Oh, please go rest. I'll be around.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Vienna. It was nice meeting
Thank
you.
you. It was pleasant meeting you too.
Always a pleasure.
Don't let it consume you.
I'll do
Please.
I promise I'll do my best. Jesus fuck, man.